What if I told you there are 5 simple signs you can show to make a woman not only give you her heart, but also her trust, loyalty, and unwavering support? And no, this isn't about playing games, pretending to be someone you're not, or using cheap tricks. This is about showing up as the best version of yourself and creating a connection that's built on authenticity, respect, and genuine care. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're with someone special, and the bond between you feels unshakable. She trusts you completely, supports you unconditionally, and loves you for who you truly are. She's not just your partner, she's your biggest cheerleader, your safe space, and your best friend. Sounds amazing, right? Well, the truth is, this kind of connection doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you show these 5 powerful signs. These signs aren't about manipulation or grand gestures. They're about the small, intentional actions that show her you're someone worth investing in. Whether you're in a new relationship trying to deepen an existing one, or just looking to become the kind of person who naturally attracts love and loyalty, this video is for you. But here's the thing, most people don't even realize the power of these signs. They go through life missing opportunities to connect because they don't know what to do or how to do it. And that's where this video comes in. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what these 5 signs are, why they work, and how you can start showing them in your own life. So, if you're ready to unlock the secret to building a connection that's built on trust, love, and mutual respect, stick around. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do and why it works. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, Adam Stone here from Stoic Stream, your ultimate destination for practical wisdom, personal growth, and mastering the art of relationships. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This channel is all about cutting through the noise, ditching the fluff, and focusing on what actually works in life, love, and everything in between. Whether you're looking to improve your relationships, build confidence, or just become the best version of yourself, you're in the right place. And if you've been here before, welcome back. It's always great to see you. I truly appreciate every single one of you who takes the time to watch these videos, leave comments, and be part of this community. Your support means the world to me, and I'm here to make sure you get the most value out of every video. Now let's talk about today's topic, because this one is a game changer. We're diving into the 5 signs that can make a woman not only give you her heart, but also her trust, loyalty, and unwavering support. And before you roll your eyes and think, oh, another relationship video, let me stop you right there. This isn't about manipulation, pickup lines, or playing games. This is about understanding what truly matters in a relationship and showing up in a way that builds a deep, lasting connection. And let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was talking to a friend who was struggling in his relationship. He kept saying, I don't get it. I'm doing everything right. I buy her gifts. I take her out. I tell her I love her. Why isn't it enough? And as we talked, I realized something. He was focusing on the wrong things. He was doing all the right things on paper, but he wasn't showing up in a way that truly connected with her on a deeper level. That conversation stuck with me, and it made me realize how many people are in the same boat. They're doing all the right things, but they're missing the mark because they don't understand what truly builds connection. And that's where this video comes in. Whether you're single and looking to meet someone new in a relationship and wanting to deepen your connection, or just curious about how to become the kind of person who naturally attracts love and loyalty, this video is for you. I've spent years studying human behavior, communication, and what makes relationships truly work. And today, I'm sharing everything I've learned with you. So, if you're ready to unlock the secret to building a connection that's built on trust, love, and mutual respect, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Sign 1. show genuine interest. All right, let's dive into the first sign, showing genuine interest. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that obvious? Of course I should show interest. But here's the thing, showing genuine interest isn't just about asking questions or nodding along. It's about truly engaging with the other person, listening to their answers, and making them feel like they're the most important person in the room. Let me break this down for you. Think about the last time someone showed genuine interest in you. What did they do? Chances are they didn't just ask, "How are you?" and move on. They asked thoughtful questions, listened to your answers, and made you feel like your thoughts and feelings mattered. And that's exactly what you need to do to create a deep, meaningful connection. Here's an example. Imagine you're on a date and she's telling you about her favorite hobby. Instead of just saying, "That's cool," you could say something like, "That's really interesting. What got you into that? And what do you love most about it?" Do you see what just happened? You didn't just acknowledge her hobby, you showed genuine curiosity about her passion. You made her feel like her interests matter to you, and that's a powerful way to build connection. Now let's talk about why this works. When you show genuine interest, you're tapping into a deep human need, the need to feel seen, heard, and understood. We all want to feel like we matter, like our thoughts and experiences are important. And when you show someone that you're genuinely interested in them, you're meeting that need in a way that's both subtle and profound. Here's another example. Let's say you're at a social event and you're talking to someone who's just started a new job. Instead of just saying, "That's great," you could say something like, "That's awesome. How are you finding it so far? What's been the most exciting part for you?" Again, you're not just acknowledging their news, you're inviting them to share their experiences and emotions. You're showing them that you care about their journey, not just the facts. Now let's talk about context. Showing genuine interest is most powerful when it's done in a way that feels natural and authentic. It's not about bombarding someone with questions or pretending to be interested in something you're not. It's about finding common ground and showing curiosity about their world. For example, let's say you're out for coffee with someone and they're telling you about their favorite book. Instead of just saying, "That's a great book," you could say something like, "You have such great taste in books. What do you love most about that story?" Do you see the difference? You're not just complimenting them, you're inviting them to share something personal. You're showing them that you value their opinion and their perspective. And here's another key point, tone and delivery. When you show genuine interest, pay attention to how you say it. Are you smiling? Are you making eye contact? Are you leaning in a little closer? These non-verbal cues are just as important as the words themselves. They're your way of saying, "I'm genuinely interested in you." So let me give you one more example. Imagine you're at a party and you're talking to someone who's been through a tough time. Instead of just saying, "That sounds hard," you could say something like, "That sounds really tough. How have you been feeling about everything?" Again, you're not just acknowledging their situation, you're creating a space for them to share their emotions. And that's where true connection happens. So the next time you're in a conversation, try showing genuine interest. Ask thoughtful questions, listen actively, and make the other person feel like they're the most important person in the room. And here's a pro tip. Don't just focus on the big stuff. Pay attention to the small details too. If they mention something in passing, like a favorite food or a childhood memory, bring it up later. This shows that you've been paying attention and that you care about the little things that make them who they are. Remember, showing genuine interest is about more than just asking questions. It's about creating a space where the other person feels seen, heard, and valued. And that's the foundation of every strong relationship. Sign 2, be consistent and reliable. All right, let's move on to the second sign, being consistent and reliable. Now, I know this might not sound as exciting as some of the other signs, but trust me, it's just as important, if not more so. Consistency and reliability are the backbone of trust, And without trust, there's no foundation for a strong, lasting relationship. Let me break this down for you. Think about the people in your life who you truly trust. What do they have in common? Chances are they're consistent. They show up when they say they will. They follow through on their promises, and they're there for you when you need them. And that's exactly the kind of person you need to be if you want to build a deep, meaningful connection with someone. Here's an example. Imagine you're in a relationship and you tell your partner, "I'll call you tomorrow." But then tomorrow comes and goes and you don't call. Maybe you got busy, or maybe you just forgot. But here's the thing. To your partner, it doesn't matter why you didn't call. What matters is that you didn't follow through on your promise, and that can erode trust over time. Now let's flip the script. Imagine you tell your partner, "I'll call you tomorrow," and you do. Maybe it's just a quick call to check in, but you made the effort. That small act of consistency shows your partner that they can count on you. It shows them that you value your word and them. Now let's talk about why this works. Consistency and reliability are all about building trust. When someone knows they can count on you, they feel safe and secure in the relationship. They know that you're someone who keeps your word, who shows up when you say you will, and who follows through on your promises. And that's incredibly attractive. Here's another example. Let's say you're dating someone and you make plans to go out on Friday night, but then something comes up at work and you have to cancel. Instead of just saying, "Sorry, I can't make it," you could say something like, "I'm really sorry, but something came up at work and I have to cancel. But how about we reschedule for Saturday? I'll make it up to you." Do you see what just happened? You didn't just cancel, you showed that you value their time and that you're willing to make an effort to keep your plans. That's what consistency and reliability look like in action. Now let's talk about context. Being consistent and reliable isn't just about big gestures, it's about the small, everyday actions that show you're someone who can be counted on. It's about showing up on time, following through on your promises, and being there when you're needed. For example, let's say you're in a relationship and your partner is going through a tough time. Instead of just saying, "Let me know if you need anything," you could say something like, I'm here for you. What can I do to support you right now?" And then follow through on whatever they ask. Again, you're not just offering support. You're showing that you're someone who can be counted on, and that's a powerful way to build trust. And here's another key point: tone and delivery. When you're consistent and reliable, pay attention to how you communicate. Are you clear and upfront about your intentions? Are you honest when something comes up? These small details matter. They're your way of saying, "I respect you and I value our relationship." Let me give you one more example. Imagine you're at a social event and you're talking to someone who's been let down by people in the past. Instead of just saying, "I'm here for you," you could say something like, "I know you've been let down before, but I want you to know that I'm someone you can count on. If I say I'll be there, I'll be there." Again, you're not just making a promise, you're showing that you understand their past experiences and that you're committed to being different. And that's a powerful way to build trust. So the next time you're in a relationship, try being consistent and reliable. Show up when you say you will, follow through on your promises, and be there when you're needed. And here's a pro tip. Don't just focus on the big stuff. Pay attention to the small details too. If you say you're going to call, call. If you make plans, show up on time. These small actions add up over time and create a strong foundation of trust. Remember, being consistent and reliable is about more than just keeping your word. It's about showing the other person that they can count on you. And that's the foundation of every strong relationship. Sign 3. Show emotional vulnerability. All right, let's dive into the third sign, showing emotional vulnerability. Now, I know this one might sound a little intimidating. For a lot of people, the idea of being emotionally vulnerable feels scary, like opening yourself up to rejection or judgment. But here's the thing, emotional vulnerability is one of the most powerful ways to build a deep, meaningful connection with someone. Let me break this down for you. Think about the last time someone was emotionally vulnerable with you. Maybe they shared something personal, like a fear or a dream, or maybe they admitted they were struggling with something. How did it make you feel? Chances are it made you feel closer to them. It made you feel like they trusted you enough to let you see the real them. And that's exactly what emotional vulnerability does. It creates intimacy and trust. Here's an example. Imagine you're on a date and the conversation turns to something personal, like your fears or insecurities. Instead of brushing it off or changing the subject, you could say something like, I've actually been feeling a little insecure about X lately. It's something I'm working on, but it's not always easy. Do you see what just happened? You didn't just share a fact, you shared a feeling. You showed her that you trust her enough to be real. And that's a powerful way to build connection. Now let's talk about why this works. Emotional vulnerability is all about authenticity. When you're willing to show your true self, flaws and all, you're telling the other person that it's safe for them to do the same. You're creating a space where both of you can be real, and that's where true intimacy happens. Here's another example. Let's say you're in a relationship and you've been feeling stressed about something at work. Instead of just saying, I'm fine, you could say something like, I've been feeling really stressed about work lately. It's been weighing on me, and I wanted to share that with you. Again, you're not just acknowledging your stress, you're inviting her into your inner world. You're showing her that you trust her enough to be vulnerable, and that's a powerful way to build trust. Now, let's talk about context. Emotional vulnerability isn't about oversharing or dumping all your emotions on someone at once. It's about sharing in a way that feels natural and appropriate for the level of trust in the relationship. For example, let's say you're out for coffee with someone and they're telling you about a challenge they're facing. Instead of just saying, that sounds tough, you could say something like, oh, that sounds really tough. I've been through something similar and I know how hard it can be. How are you feeling about everything? Do you see the difference? You're not just acknowledging their situation. You're sharing a piece of yourself and inviting them to do the same. And here's another key point. Tone and delivery. When you're emotionally vulnerable, pay attention to how you say it. Are you speaking with sincerity? Are you making eye contact? Are you creating a safe space for the other person to respond? These non-verbal cues are just as important as the words themselves. They're your way of saying, I trust you, and I want you to trust me too. Let me give you one more example. Imagine you're at a party and you're talking to someone who's been through a tough breakup. Instead of just saying, that's rough, you could say something like, that sounds really hard. I went through a breakup a while ago and I remember how much it hurt. How are you feeling about everything now? Again, you're not just acknowledging their pain, you're sharing your own experience and creating a space for them to open up. And that's where true connection happens. So, the next time you're in a conversation, try showing emotional vulnerability. Share something personal, admit a fear or insecurity, or simply let the other person see the real you. And here's a pro tip. Don't just focus on the negative. Share your hopes and dreams too. For example, instead of just saying, I'm fine, you could say, I've been feeling a little uncertain about the future, but I'm really excited about X. It's something I've been dreaming about for a while. Remember, emotional vulnerability is about more than just sharing your struggles. It's about showing the other person the real you. And when you do that, you create a connection that's built on trust, authenticity, and mutual respect. Sign 4. Support her goals and dreams. All right, let's move on to the 4th sign, supporting her goals and dreams. Now this one is a big one. When you show someone that you believe in them and want to see them succeed, you're telling them that you're not just in it for yourself, you're in it for them. And that's a powerful way to build a deep, meaningful connection. Well, let me break this down for you. Think about the people in your life who've supported your goals and dreams. Maybe it was a parent, a friend, or a mentor. How did it make you feel? Chances are it made you feel valued, encouraged, and motivated. And that's exactly the kind of support you need to show if you want to build a strong, lasting relationship. Here's an example. Imagine you're in a relationship and your partner is working on a big project. Maybe it's a career goal, a creative pursuit, or a personal passion. Instead of just saying, "That's cool," you could say something like, "I'm so proud of you for pursuing this. How can I support you?" Do you see what just happened? You didn't just acknowledge her goal, you showed her that you're invested in her success. You made her feel like she's not alone in this journey, and that's a powerful way to build connection. Now let's talk about why this works. Supporting someone's goals and dreams is all about showing that you believe in them. When you encourage someone to pursue their passions, you're telling them that you see their potential and that you want to be part of their journey, and that's incredibly attractive. Here's another example. Let's say you're dating someone who's been dreaming about starting their own business. Instead of just saying, "That sounds great," you could say something like, "That's such an exciting idea. What's the first step you're thinking of taking, and how can I help?" Again, you're not just acknowledging her dream, you're showing her that you're excited for her and that you want to be part of her journey. Now, let's talk about context. Supporting someone's goals and dreams isn't just about cheering them on from the sidelines. It's about being actively involved in their journey. It's about asking questions, offering help, and celebrating their wins, no matter how small. For example, let's say you're out for coffee with someone and they're telling you about a goal they've been working toward. Instead of just saying, "That's awesome," you could say something like, "That's amazing. What's been the most rewarding part of working toward this goal? And what's next for you?" Do you see the difference? You're not just congratulating them. You're showing genuine interest in their journey and encouraging them to keep going. And here's another key point: tone and delivery. When you're supporting someone's goals and dreams, pay attention to how you say it. Are you speaking with enthusiasm? Are you making eye contact? Are you showing that you're genuinely excited for them? These non-verbal cues are just as important as the words themselves. They're your way of saying, "I believe in you and I'm here for you." Let me give you one more example. Imagine you're at a party and you're talking to someone who's been working on a passion project. Instead of just saying, "That sounds cool," you could say something like, "That's so inspiring. I love how passionate you are about this. What's been the biggest challenge so far, and how have you overcome it?" Again, you're not just acknowledging their project, you're showing them that you're invested in their journey and that you admire their dedication. So the next time you're in a relationship, try supporting her goals and dreams. Ask questions, offer help, and celebrate her wins. Show her that you believe in her and that you want to be part of her journey. And here's a pro tip: don't just focus on the big goals, pay attention to the small wins too. If she's been working on something for a while, celebrate the progress she's made, no matter how small. This shows her that you're paying attention and that you care about her journey. Remember, supporting someone's goals and dreams is about more than just being a cheerleader. It's about being a partner in their journey. And when you do that, you create a connection that's built on trust, mutual respect, and shared excitement for the future. Sign 5, show affection and appreciation. All right, let's dive into the fifth and final sign, showing affection and appreciation. Now, this one might seem obvious, but it's so important that it deserves its own spotlight. Affection and appreciation are the glue that holds relationships together. They're the small, everyday actions that make someone feel loved, valued, and cherished. Let me break this down for you. Think about the last time someone showed you genuine affection or appreciation. Maybe it was a hug, a kind word, or a simple thank you. How did it make you feel? Chances are it made you feel seen, valued, and loved. And that's exactly the kind of energy you want to bring into your relationships. Here's an example. Imagine you're in a relationship and your partner has just done something thoughtful. Maybe they cooked dinner, helped you with a project, or simply listened to you vent after a long day. Instead of just saying, thanks, you could say something like, I really appreciate you doing that. It means so much to me, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Do you see what just happened? You didn't just acknowledge their action, you showed them how much it meant to you. You made them feel appreciated and valued. And that's a powerful way to build connection. Now let's talk about why this works. Affection and appreciation are all about reinforcing the bond between you. When you show someone that you see and value their efforts, you're telling them that they matter to you. And when someone feels appreciated, they're more likely to feel loved, secure, and connected. Here's another example. Let's say you're dating someone, and they've been going out of their way to make you feel special. Maybe they've been sending you sweet texts, planning fun dates, or just being there for you when you need them. Instead of just saying, you're great, you could say something like, I've noticed how much effort you've been putting into making me feel special, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate it. It makes me feel so loved and cared for. Again, you're not just acknowledging their efforts. You're showing them how much it means to you. And that's a powerful way to build trust and connection. Now let's talk about context. Affection and appreciation aren't just about grand gestures. They're about the small, everyday actions that show you care. It's about saying, I love you, giving a hug for no reason, or simply saying thank you when they do something thoughtful. For example, let's say you're out for coffee with someone and they've been listening to you talk about something that's been on your mind. Instead of just saying, thanks for listening, you could say something like, I really appreciate you listening to me. It means a lot to me that I can talk to you about this. Do you see the difference? You're not just thanking them, you're showing them how much their support means to you. And here's another key point. Tone and delivery. When you're showing affection and appreciation, pay attention to how you say it. Are you speaking with sincerity? Are you making eye contact? Are you smiling? These non-verbal cues are just as important as the words themselves. They're your way of saying, I mean this and I want you to know it. And let me give you one more example. Imagine you're at a party and you're talking to someone who's been there for you through a tough time. Instead of just saying, thanks for being there, you could say something like, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. You've been such a source of strength for me, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Again, you're not just acknowledging their support, you're showing them how much it means to you. And that's where true connection happens. So the next time you're in a relationship, try showing affection and appreciation. Say, I love you, give a hug, or simply say, thank you. Show them that you see and value their efforts, and watch how it strengthens your connection. And here's a pro tip. Don't just focus on the big stuff, pay attention to the small details too. If they do something thoughtful, no matter how small, acknowledge it. This shows them that you're paying attention and that you care about the little things that make them who they are. Remember, affection and appreciation are about more than just words. They're about showing the other person that they're loved, valued, and cherished. And when you do that, you create a connection that's built on trust, love, and mutual respect. All right, before we wrap this up, let's talk about you. If you've made it this far into the video, chances are you're someone who's serious about improving your relationships, understanding the people in your life, and becoming the best version of yourself. And that's exactly what this channel is all about. So if you found this video helpful, here's what you can do next. First, hit that like button. It might seem small, but it makes a huge difference. It lets me know that you're enjoying this content, and it helps the YouTube algorithm share this video with more people who need to hear it. Second, leave a comment. I want to hear from you. Have you ever shown these 5 signs without realizing it? Or maybe you've noticed how powerful they can be when someone shows them to you? Share your story below. I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Third, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is your home for practical advice, personal growth, and mastering the art of relationships. Every week, I drop new videos to help you navigate life, love, and everything in between. And if you hit that bell icon, you'll never miss an upload. And finally, if you're ready to take things to the next level, check out the links in the description. I've put together a free guide with even more tips on how to build stronger connections and understand the people in your life. It's packed with actionable advice that you can start using today. Remember, relationships don't have to be complicated. When you show these 5 signs, you create a connection that's built on trust, love, and mutual respect. So, take what you've learned today, apply it to your life, and watch how things start to change. And don't forget, I'm here to help you every step of the way. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm Adam Stone from Stoic Stream, and I'm so grateful to have you here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Relationships are a journey, and I'm here to help you navigate every step of the way. Remember, the right actions can create a connection that lasts a lifetime. So, take what you've learned today, put it into action, and don't be afraid to take the next step when the time is right. Until next time, stay curious, stay confident, and keep building those connections. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.